Well, hello. It's Tuesday. Of course it's Tuesday because I went to Value Village today. It's funny that I had to think about that. Anyways, yeah, it's the end of the year, and what a year it's been. Working through family issues and, being able to spend time with my grandchildren, with my daughter, being able to sort through issues and listen to each other, and hopes for the new year, working through grief, losing my mom at the same time that I moved into my apartment. That was a tailspin, and it's the tail is still spinning, but it's slowing down. So that's that's kind of a relief. One thing I did learn is don't commit to doing something 24 days straight, because it isn't in my capacity right now to do that. So look, what it is in my capacity to do, however, is to knit on something for 24 days in a row. And I'll just show you. This is the pattern from Wool Hobby. That was the advent calendar, and it was 2 or 3 days in a row. So I managed to be finished most of the days on the day that they were done, but I never got a whole day behind. Like, I might have been a row behind. There was one stitch that was just, I can't even find it in, I think it was right here. Where do I put this thing? Get that really close. Right in here, that kind of looks like a V. That was, you were knitting through 3 stitches. And it's a really cool stitch. I've never done it before, but it was a hard one. And then, of course, an I-cord bind off, which is not my favorite, but I do like the way it edges out. And yeah, so it hangs kind of like this. So I don't know if you can see that so well. It's a Mobius, so it doesn't make a straight line. And so when you're working the bind off, you're binding off the whole circle, because of course it just, you end up at the other end. So definitely, probably something I would do again. One thing I did do was I listened to almost every 24 Days of Christmas vlog, except just before Christmas, when I was very, very busy finishing my own projects. Yeah. Anyways, I was at Value Village today, and I thought I'd put my backpack right beside me. Oh dear. I did. And so in Canada, Tuesday is Senior's Day at Value Village, and you get 30% off. So it's worthwhile waiting to go there. So the first thing I got was a coffee cup, Contigo. I have a smart TV now, so I listen to a lot of YouTube videos that come across my feed, and one was testing coffee cups, and he tests. I think he tests a lot of things. I'll try to find it on the thing, but he tested their heat keeping capacity, their cold keeping capacity, their leakage when they're full, how they survive if they're dropped. And yeah, like, Contigo is probably the easiest one to find at a thrift store. So, and it matches my hair, right? Pink and blue. I also have a pink thermos in London, so. Anyway, so that's one thing I picked up It was $4.99, so we'll see how that goes. I picked up this ruler for measuring, and it was also $4.99, and it's got that straight edge so that you can really mark it against something, and it's got inches and centimeters, so I think that will be a better way of doing wraps per inch when I'm checking my yarn, and things like that, and just getting a good long measure of a piece to get gauge. So I'm excited about this, finding this in at Value Village today. It was waiting for me. Okay, let's see what else is in my bag of tricks. A lady was looking for colored doily crochet cotton, and so I was able to get her some. Let's see. Oh, back in November, I got myself a new backpack because, of course, I lost mine on the bus. I'm just kicking myself for that, but I got that. So I bought myself another mug, and I'm just going to pause the video and you'll see why I got this mug. But this pattern calls to me. I used to do all kinds of stuff with patterns like this when I was a kid. So this pattern is something that I just love. So, just hang tight. Okay. So back in the summer when I was looking for mugs, I got this one. So you can see that there's something about that pattern that just calls my name when I'm there, right? Anyway, so I'm looking forward to using this mug for tea. I discovered I always check the kids' books, but I don't always check the adult books. And I found the knitting section. And yeah. All right, I lost my train of thought. I think I was going through the things I picked up at Value Village today, and I was showing you the cups, and then I got a phone call and the ruler. So the next thing that I was talking about was books, and I usually look just at the kids' books because I'm looking for Wings of Fire, and especially since I scored 6 of them before Christmas, I was really hoping that there would be more, but alas, there were not. Anyways, but I did look at the knitting set, that's kind of the craft section, which I don't really look at very often, but I my body is sending me all kinds of something's bugging me messages that I need to deal with. Anyway, so that I usually just check the kids section because I have enough books, right? Like I have lots of books, and I did not buy all the books that I looked at because I thought I have enough knitting patterns. What I don't have is something like this. This is called the Joy of Knitting Companion. And I thought, that looks like something. So let me show you what it's got. It's got like it's got kind of a tag for what you're knitting, and it just says what you're making, who are you making it for, yarn ideas, pattern possibilities, and notes. And then it's got this graph paper at the bottom. It also comes with another gauge marker and measuring thing. I really like this. I think every pattern book should have a ruler on the sides. So if you're, or even patterns, like if you're printing them out, and I think I'm going to do that for where it matters for gauge, to just say, okay, this is how you can measure it, and just run a ruler along the edge of the page. I need to figure out how to do that. That's my task. So it has, it also has a needle gauge in it. I'm not going to go that far, but I think for a book that is a knitter's handbook, this is an extra nice thing. And it gives you the US, English, and metric measurements. So that's kind of cool. I grabbed it because of all the graph paper. Like there's pages of it like this where you can just doodle your own designs and sketching ideas. This is a pattern for bags. So there's lots of like how to put a fringe on things, just different things that you can do. How to make a ruffle. When was it published? I should look. It's by Lisa Myers, and it was published in 2003. So I don't think you're going to find this in a yarn in a shop anymore. Maybe you can check Amazon, but it might be worth checking out just for the future projects and daydreams, sizing notes for people, if you're going to do that. There's a thing that's title of the pattern, made for, the date. It also has notes, tips and tricks to change the pattern, and unexpected developments. I think that's something that's worth maybe tracking. And you can do it on one page, right? So yeah, documenting your work, right? Where did you get the yarn from? Value Village. What did you do with it? So anyways, I think this will be a fun book to have. We'll see as the year progresses how much I use it. But I was excited to see it. What else did I get? It was $50. And then minus the 30% off, so it was $35. 5, 10, I think this was 15, 19. Clothing is fairly expensive, and in my size, which is a 3X, it's hard to find, but this was $8.49. And I think it will be fun to wear winter and summer. So I am going to wash it. It is from, who made this? This is from Sunny Lee, made in China. So yeah, I think this one will be fun to wear. So that's going in the laundry. Boom. And then I keep leaving my sweater at my daughter's, and so I picked up this red, it's red velour. And when I saw it and felt it, it reminded me of my mom back in the day. So that was probably about 30 years ago now. She had this green sweater that was made out of this soft yarn, right? And we would trade it back and forth. So it would just end up in my suitcase or whatever. And then when she came, and then it would go back, right? And I'd leave it there. And yeah, one year we went skating and they were going to leave afterwards, and it just ended up in the washing machine and she couldn't take it with her. But, you know, I went to visit her and the sweater went back. So we just traded it back and forth, which is a nice memory about my mom. I used to think, like, the thoughts that are easier to find are the negative ones, the ones that where we rubbed the wrong way. So it's, and living here, I don't have very many happy memories with my mom. But yeah, so, but it's been good to have these happy memories pop up so that I can balance that out. Anyways, what's the plans for New Year's? I have a list of things that I want to accomplish for my business. I have a list of things that I want to accomplish in getting rid of my yarn stash, which I didn't add to today. That was, yes. So that's exciting. So I'm going to try not to accumulate any stash. I am definitely going to try not to buy yarn at Michael's or any big box store. I would rather, so if I'm going to buy yarn, it's going to come from an independent dyer or reseller, or yarn shop. But yeah, I think I am going to spend a day, like I don't have many days left. Yes, I do. You know what? I have as many days as I need, because just because the year is starting on Thursday and today is Tuesday, doesn't mean that I have to get it all done before the 1st. Maybe I'll get it done before the end of January. I think that's a fair thing. Yesterday I started another round of decluttering. So in the Space Maker, it's passes, right? So you go through something and then later on you go through it again, and different things are like, I don't really need to keep this, right? Like I got a whole bunch of, they're like bookmarks. And they're from China. I got them when I was in Beijing. I have postcards, like they're laminated with poems and pictures, and they're lovely. But I thought, I'm just going to, when I return a book back to the library or put one back on the shelf while I'm here, I'm just going to put a bookmark in it, right? Like I don't need to keep them all. And yes, I can use them here, but I can also move them along. So that's one thing that, you know, a bunch of papers that I thought, nah, I don't really need to keep all of these. Other ones that I thought, yeah, I still want to keep these. And I want to maybe create something like that would go in a big frame that would hold the memories of that trip all in one place. So it was something else that I need to do, right? Finishing projects that I've started. I'm going to talk about that more on my my other vlog, the Refracting Rainbows, because that's more about that part of my life. This is about the other stuff, right? I've decided that I'm going to walk a 5K race by the end of the year. For some reason, this was even before my dad passed away, I think. walking became painful and I didn't do it. So my goal is to slowly but consistently work up to 5 kilometers. And the way I thought I would do that was not so much by measuring distance, but by measuring time. So I Googled it, minus AI, because I didn't want the AI to pop in. And there's so often that I forget to do that and I get the AI answer. And I think it's just like it's sitting on the cusp. Like, is it really burning off so much energy? But because it's just like you pop it and it's there. Like, I don't know how that works. Anyways, it takes about an hour. It's kind of the average speed to walk 5Ks. So all this walking talk is making me thirsty. So I thought, I have, there's no hills if I go, like there's hills if I go east from my place, but there's no hills going south, except in the tunnel that goes under the buildings. Like we have, there are buildings that are across the road that are part of the complex. And so there's tunnels connecting those buildings and they have inclines, right? They go down and they come up. So I will get some incline work in doing that. And it's longer to take the tunnel than it is to take the street. Like the street is straight, no hills, no nothing. The tunnel is, it's got a bend in it. It's got stairs, and then you go this and you go this way and then you go that way and and there's the incline. So yeah, maybe someday I should just take a video of parts of that walk. It's interesting because there's so much artwork hanging in the halls. Like there's people donate art pieces, and they end up on the wall. So it's always interesting to see what's hanging up. So yeah, so I guess that's my big plan for the year, is to create wealth, build my business, strengthen my body, change my eating habits so that I'm less reliant on store-bought goods, which means, making more muffins, making bread. I already have bread pans for that, so that's exciting. And yeah, I think I'm at a point where I want to do more. In the weeks after my mom died, money was tight, and the food bank just seemed easy. Like it was, I didn't have to think about shopping. I didn't have to make it, like the choices were limited, so I could choose. But yeah, like going to a grocery store was overwhelming. Like it just, like, yeah, today, I really spent a lot of time in Value Village looking at things, which was really fun. Anyways, I do have a plan that I am working on sticking to. So hopefully I will be here more often, and we can yeah, you can follow my 66th into 67th year, the first year after losing my mom. I think May is going to be a difficult month. I don't think I'm going to move at the beginning of May. I have a plan to move back to London in the spring or summer. And May 1st I would be finished a year, but I think I'm just going to put my notice in for June 1st. I think that's what I'm going to do. You know what? I'm really glad I had this chat, because I didn't think about that and all the emotions of my mom's passing. So anyways, I wish you all a happy New Year. I wish you joy in this coming year. I wish you joy for tomorrow too. Like, let's just be honest here. But joy is something we work for, and it doesn't just land on our plate like a funny joke. It's a bit deeper than that. So yeah, I hope your year was good. If you want to comment on the you can comment below. I'm going to look for that the coffee mug link, because that was kind of fun. And yeah, I'm going to do a low spend month, January, and carry that into February, I think. Have a good day. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and help me grow my channels. And yeah, I hope you're encouraged by my journey, and have a good day.